Two dudes reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Justin.
I'm your other host, Quincy.
It's still hot outside, even with the clouds. 105.
I'm drinking water today. What does that tell you?
I'm drinking a Propel. I haven't had a Propel in years. I'm surprised they still make it. But one of Gatorade's offshoots, that's somewhat good to me. And then,
I've never really liked any of their offshoots, honestly. I really hated their original one. But they had a water that came out years ago. I fucking hated it. It tasted so terrible.
There was I didn't mind G2 when G2 started up.
I don't know which one G2 is.
G2 is like their zero sugar, natural fruit juice. Yeah. And then their chewy gummies that they had.
I've always wanted to try those.
They were fine. Their protein bars were disgusting. And then they had the pod add to water type, and those were mid. Those were Mio, but with electrolytes. That's all I can really say about them. But yeah, today's hot. Today's not feeling very good. Today's a little rough, but we're gonna make it through, as we always do. And as always, we usually start off with the good old humble bundles. A lot of good deals this week with Sci-Fi Supernova sale. A lot of space-themed games on a very good sale. 60% off of Remnant 2, the Ultimate Edition with the 2 DLCs for only $28. Ain't too bad. Starfield, $40, which is still kind of ridiculous for Starfield, but you know. Signalis, a little over $10. That ain't too bad. Callisto Protocol, 15, but if you were around last month...
I'm sorry, real quick. I didn't realize I was muted, so I started saying this and realized. I think 40 is fair for Starfield. It's a massive fucking game.
It is a massive game. I'm just salty because I went through it 3 times thinking I was going to get some different endings. Yeah,
single ending type of games. I think there's still a place for them in this world, but when you make a game have choices, that's not the place for them.
That ain't it, Chief.
That's what hurt at the end of Mass Effect.
You are correct. The other thing about Starfield is their DLC is coming out soon. I would like to know more about that DLC, to be honest. But
is it a bug or is it a feature?
Yeah, I know, right? Yes.
I will say I really liked their physics for Starfield.
Physics was fun. The flying was fun. Everything was kind of fun about it.
I never fully got a hang of the shipbuilder. I tried. I really played with the ship, and I think I'm the problem.
Yeah,
My Sims houses never really came out all that well either. So
that's fair. There's a couple guides that can kind of be like, hey, buy these items, put these items in.
I was watching them because I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll make the Millennium Falcon.
Well, then you're falling into mod territory, and that's just funny stuff.
There's some people that are doing it with the shit that's there, dude.
Really?
Yeah. There's some impressive shit.
A couple more games to kind of mumble about. Warhammer 40k Dark Tide, one of the best soundtracks I have ever heard in my entire life for a Left 4 Dead clone. Prey Digital Edition. This for under $7 with the DLC. I would recommend that one very highly. The list goes on, but if you happen to like sci-fi style games, go and check out the good old Humble Bundle. Link is in the description. Speaking of which, management material, Tropico and more from Calypso. Tropico and I like Tropico because it's politics. Be the dictator you want to be.
Not the message we're trying to sell here, buddy.
Not the message we're trying to sell here.
That's why you like it?
I mean, it allows you to be a little money hungry and be a swindler of your people. That's what you can be, because there is DLC such as the Llama of Wall Street, which allows you to enter the world of big businesses and sell cryptocurrencies in-game your uh residence. I don't
I've never played those DLCs. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a
But
lot
I
of
have
good
a
ones.
blast with Tropico on its own. It is one of my go-to city builders.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. I only did the base game also. I didn't know there was this many now. But there is Tropico 6 Festival, New Frontiers going viral, which has like viral, I guess, infection slash diseases, which that doesn't sound very fun. Caribbean Skies, El Pres Edition, which I believe comes with the other two DLC, the beginner DLCs for Tropico 6. The DLC Spitter? Oh, it's Twitter! Oh, you can do Twitter stuff through Tropico 6. That's really weird.
We had to change the name of that one to some stupid letter also.
Probably G. Nobody likes the letter G. And then, of course, you got the other building simulator slash empire, Railway Empire, which has different cities. And, I don't mind those ones. They're fine. I don't personally play them, but they are enjoyable to the people that like them. Further down the list, you got Tropical 5 Complete Edition, the basic one that I got into. Port Royale 4, if you enjoy trading routes overseas, it's fine. Port Royale 3, same thing. Tropical 4, I'm sure the same thing. It's, what's the old term? Same but better, would you say?
Yeah, but that's how I would describe the Tropicals going upwards.
That's okay.
One, is good. Two is better. Two is good. Three is better.
Not
so
the SimCity thing where it went SimCity, SimCity 2000, SimCity 3000, and then SimCity 4, where SimCity 4 was shitting all over itself.
Well, isn't that the one that is that the one that was like you have to be online?
Be online all the time to play, and if you fall offline, you get disconnected. Yes.
Yeah, and then EA came in and did for once something not EA-like, and was like, "Yeah, we're not going to do that," and then ripped apart that company, which was a little EA.
Poor Max's.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, did you hear, since I mentioned EA, about the changes to Apex Legends?
You must pay $4 to delete the game from your library.
And then you have to if you want to do the pass, what is it called?
Battle Pass.
Battle Pass, thank you. You have to buy the game, not buy the game, but buy 2 passes to actually get everything.
Yep. There's one that is paid with the in-game currency and one that is paid with the real money. I don't understand EA, and I will never pretend to. I guess. This here helps out the Oceania, protecting the world's oceans, basically helping out all the ecosystems of fishing, of the reefs, and of making sure that we can keep fish in our ecosystem for years to come. This is also helping out... Huh?
I said I like reefs.
I also like reefs. Builds our plastics very well, I might add. That's why it's a little rough to be like, hey, we need reefs because they build our plastics, but we're destroying the reefs to do that. Sustainable energy, everybody. We can do it just as long as we.
I know nothing about plastics.
Yeah, we were destroying the reef.
I'm not allowed to use straws anymore.
Yeah, we don't use no plastic straws in this here household. We use reusable aluminum ones. If the turtles are gonna die by the aluminum ones, okay, that's an oopsie, but
I still got the stance I've had on that since day one. I don't think the solution is changing what the straw's made out of. I think the solution is stop throwing straws in the ocean.
That might be helpful, yes. That would definitely be helpful. But
just saying.
I mean, $15 to get Tropico 6 with all the DLC is not a bad deal on its own, but you get all of its precursors.
If I had a computer, I'd buy it.
Yeah.
I'd buy that in a fucking heartbeat. $15 for Tropico 6 is already a steal. But then I'm getting all the DLCs? Nah, I'd be all over this in a fucking second if I had a computer to play it on.
And $3 of it will go to the Oceania, which means you're helping out a very good charity. Skadu. Second one on the list, IDW 25th Anniversary Mega Bundle. Quincy and I both love our comic books, and this one here kind of calls to me a little bit. Lock and Key interested me very early on in our podcast days. I have a couple
Yeah, the
very
show was hitting Netflix, and we were like, "What's the synopsis of this?" And then, or not, what's like, yeah, I guess synopsis. Like, we were trying to just get an idea of what the story was like, and the thing we started reading, like, just started giving away the entire thing, and we had to stop.
yeah. Good news. I grabbed a couple loose issues during that time, and this one here gives a pretty big one, as well as a few other IDW very cool looking covers, very graphic looking, but that's the 30 Days of Night stuff. Um, I'm here for this entire collection. $18 for all 43 of these items. Lock and Key is in there. Essex County, which I have heard is really fantastic, like a alternative kind of creepy thriller esque, but with just normal people. They Called Us Enemy, which is written by George Takei and a bunch of other folk who wanted to get his story out and about. Earth Divers, which I love this cover. This cover is an amazing looking one. And then you get into 30 Days of Night, which always have like these vampire-esque ones. They look fine. They look good. Further down, you get more Lock and Key, all the other volumes. Great covers there too. I think I have this cover here specifically of Lock and Key, Heaven and Earth, one of the loose ones there. The October Faction, another one that I've heard about.
That one got a Netflix show, but was canceled after its first season.
That's right. That's right. And apparently it's supposed to be really obscura, very paranormal, and I'm here for it. But if I don't
Monster
like,
hunting and stuff like that.
yeah, a little BPRD, but with less humor.
Yeah, I think it's a bit more of a serious one. I remember watching the first episode of the show,
Yeah.
and they immediately like deal with racism and shit.
Oh. Oh. It's good to fight racists. Good to punch Nazis. Okay.
So like it's a mixed family, and the gas station attendant's like being a piece of shit about it.
Very simplistic art style, comparative. Huh. Yeah, it's more simplistic than I thought. The Underwater Welder, Winona Earp. You know, and it just
That
goes in.
one's been a huge show too. Well, I didn't realize how many of these were IDW.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, IDW
I
seems
normally
to.
think of when I think IDW, I normally think of the fact that they get the licenses for all the um adaptations of things.
Yeah. They also do like Transformers, GI Joe, the
Yeah, I hear they're more than
now
NCI.
they are the now Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Who's doing Ronin? Last Ronin.
I think that's IDW.
Image IDW.
No, I think it's IDW.
IDW. Okay.
Which they also, I think, did the Batman TMNT crossover.
Cowabummer. That's such a good line. Cosmo Knights I have heard about is sort of a Power Rangers meets Archie. And I'm like, that's a good way of putting, yeah, good way of putting something out there. It's got some other very interesting comics further down, such as Joe Hill's The Cape. I've heard minimal from it, but I have heard of it.
Yeah, I'm very, very little on the Cape too.
But all of these comics, big things, big, huge, because they're volumes. $18 for all 43. That ain't bad. This one here helps out the Children's Miracle Network Hospitals, which is donations stay to local to stay local to fund critical treatments and healthcare services, pediatric medical equipment, and charitable care. Since 1983, Children's Miracle Network Hospitals has raised more than $5 billion with a B. Most of it $1 at a time through the Miracle Balloon icon, which we've talked about before, how we would donate if we had the extra dollar to spend at McDonald's. Dope. Last but not least, Pathfinder. I'm neutral to Pathfinder, but I love all of
nothing against it.
Nothing against it. Nothing against it. It's a good system. It's just I'm building for 5e. I have always been building for 5e. That's on me.
Nerd.
Yeah, it's me. But Kobold Press does both for 5e as well as for Pathfinder. And Pathfinder...
Nerd.
That's correct. Pathfinder First Edition has a lot. $50 gets you all 75 of these items, and some of them are bundles. Like, the Quests of Doom 4 is not just one or two quests. No, there are 10 quests in that son of a gun, all ranging in different locale. The Blight is a story that overarches from, I think, level 7 to 10. So there is a lot of things to throw into these quests. The Mega Bundle Part 1 has 9 books in here? No, I take that back. 69 books. Nice.
Nice.
But there is a lot here now. Holy crap. It used to be only like 12 or 15, but, go for it. I could go down the list kind of naming all these names, but there is too many. A lot of too many. I'm just going to give a soft scroll. Bite me, Were-Blooded, the Were-Blooded type characters. The Cleric, the Inquisitor, the Oracle, the Paladin, how to build these correctly into Pathfinder, because Pathfinder is a little bit more flexible than 5th edition. And it just goes on and on. But this one helps out Make-A-Wish, which helps out children make their final wish or one of their very strong wishes come true. Make-A-Wish has granted nearly 450,000 wishes to children, more than 30,000 last year alone. And they hope to grant a wish every 17 minutes on average. That is actually kind of cool.
Yeah, those are some impressive numbers. I mean, how many of those are John Cena?
Yeah, we won't know because we don't see him. But Make-A-Wish is a good one, and if you're going to be putting that 50, that is, what is it? 25% is heading to the donation charity, so it's $12.50 to Make-A-Wish. That's pretty damn good. You get some big ass stuff and support a charity with a pretty hefty $10, $12. Go and do it. Links down in the description. I was playing some First Descendant stuff, and I follow them on Twitter, and man, are they love their fan arts. They love all their community. However, they're kind of noticing some people doing AFK farming, and they said very politely, "Come on now, this is a game. Play the game." Because during a couple of the boss fights, people would start it up and go and make a cup of tea while the other people were fighting. And the people who were AFK were earning their end game rewards. Some people were doing this to feed other accounts to sell, which still a no-no. But hopefully this will be fixed. Don't use unauthorized programs, don't go AFK during co-op, and don't AFK farming during missions. It's a good game. Go and play it. It's free to play.
Nothing about this one.
Yeah. This one, however, speaking from a mild, I don't want to say a life of trauma, but from someone who understands trauma, trying to stop yourself to have a nice cup of tea is already tough to do at times. To make someone else a cup of tea might be a little more difficult. Annapurna does a lot of very high impact, high emotion storytelling games.
This is where we're going here for a second. Gotcha.
Yeah. Annapurna definitely does hit the nail on the head with very specific notes. Grief, trauma, love, despair, but they tell it in such a way, and they make, of course, the visuals that wrap around it. To make a T-style game, not unlike Coffee Talk or Red Strings Club, is already... I'm already here for that. But to have a simulation game to enjoy a cup of tea on your own and let the day pass by is good. But to try and quiet a very loud mind, I'm very curious about this game. Wanderstop. Skadoop. Oh, I forgot I have gold tab. There we go.
Well, I don't know if I can do the very emotional games. I already have too many emotions of my own.
it can be kind of rough from time to time, but when I played Grease, I was in a rough point in my head, but I'm glad I played it. Quincy, you like the Karate Kid?
Yeah, I like Karate Kid.
There's a new
I didn't
game.
like the next Karate Kid.
The next Karate Kid I heard was nice. Cobra Kai. Did you watch Cobra Kai?
I have not. Your mom's been trying to get me to though.
Yeah, she liked it. She was excited when it got its last season.
I love that that sounds like an insult, but the reality is no. Like she seriously has been trying to get me to watch it.
Oh yeah, I know. She likes it a lot. Um, but to play a game that is based on the first two movies, would that be an interesting task for you?
Yeah, I can have fun with that.
Well, the Karate Kid Street Rumble, Rekindle the Legacy, Unleash the Fury. August 20th of this year. Kind of slid out from nowhere to this announcement because I believe it came out a couple days ago, 4 days ago. So I'm glad that we're seeing a lot of indie developers throwing their games out in a much more quicker manner. Speaking of indie developers, technology can also be
Technology.
independent. God dang it, Quincy. But a really nice piece of technology called the Analog Pocket. And what's really cool about this thing is that it is an all in one console, handheld console. It can play almost every single handheld cartridge. The only thing is, you may need an attachment that works for Game Gear, Neo Geo, and I think the Atari Lynx needs an additional adapter. But they're not that expensive. There, it actually works pretty good. I mean, the ray tracing on this Mega Man game is a live feed. It doesn't look bad for a GameCube game, and it has a sleeping and a waking, so you can put it in low power mode just in case you're on the go, like, a handheld console is supposed to be. You can turn it down to where it's the original display mode, so that way it plays in an original parallax green and light grays, like the OG Game Boy or the Game Boy Color, which only has 26 colors. Great for long car trips because it has a very extra long battery that lasts, I believe the timer said 9 hours. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna go get. Oh, also development. Make your own games for your pocket because it comes with GB Studio, so you can actually craft your own games. I love that idea. Also, you could just grab it from their website. So if you want to create,
That's a lot of faith in me to make my own shit.
it's actually not that bad. They show you how to do pattern scripting. They show you how to do flinches. They show you how to do fighting games. These guys know what's up. But if you want to go and grab it, analog.co/pocket. Scroll down and you will be able to grab GB Studio if you happen to want to get started on developing your own Game Boy, I believe, original Game Boy and Game Boy Color style game, which is actually super neat. And you can load it onto an SD card, pop it into this thing, give it a test run, pop it out, give it another shot, and try and figure out if anything was broken, or just run it through your computer through the in browser or in studio gameplay. I am here for that. They love developers. They love making developer programs. If you make a game using their stuff, they're just saying, "Hey, just promote our words about it. Get our techniques out there." 6 to 10
Like
hour.
Unity doing the whole like as long as our name's on the front, we don't give a shit.
Yeah, and I'm glad they retracted the whole. We'll start charging people for using our stuff, or if they want
Yeah,
to.
that was a great way to like kill your fucking business there, guys.
Oof. Oof, I'm glad they pulled that away. But 6 to 10 hour gameplay time and 10 hour plus sleep time. So we'll say 8 hours. 8 hours of gameplay, which is a lot better than two AA's. But it also has USB-C charging, which means super quick, and stereo speakers, so it's playing audio perfectly. It is already off the bat ready for Game Boy regular, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and yeah, those three I believe are out of the package. So if you have any of those games lying around, you can plug those in. It'll work straight away. It doesn't emulate it. It uses actual onboard hardware. So it's this whole thing has built perfectly. You can also do Bluetooth connectivity, which also boggles my little mind. I love this stuff. How much do they cost, you ask? Well, if you're wanting the limited ones, those are $500, but they're made out of pure metal, brushed metal, anodized aluminum, that kind of thing. That's fine. Those are worth that much. But if you go down to the regular analog pocket, $219. Do you find that to be fair?
I mean, how much was a Game Boy back in the day? Do you remember?
150. For the
Yeah,
Game
that
Boy
seems fair.
for the Game Boy Color, as far as I can remember, it was 150.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Mm-hmm. All right, and the development tools.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Okay. It comes with, of course, all the extra stuff. There's also docks, so that way you could just pop it on top, let it charge while you're going off doing whatever you need to do, and you could just pull it off, slide it in your pocket, continuous. It also has like screen protectors, a hardcover case, so you could, have it in your back pocket. You could sit on it, etc. The Game Gear adapter, so you can plug it in, plug in your Game Gear games. I had a Game Gear, and I mean, if you like Game Gear that much, there's only 2 good Game Gear games. Come on.
I don't remember Game Gear either.
Sega's first handheld, I believe, before the Lynx.
Yeah, see, I don't remember the links.
Oh boy. So, Game Gear was this big hunk. It's maybe a foot long. Like, and then the screen right there in the middle, it used 6 AA batteries because it had a backlit screen. It was supposed to destroy the Game Boy. And, boy, it had a couple bangers. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, was really good. But other than that, Sonic, I don't know. But if you want to go and support these guys, analog.co. They also have developer tools, and otherwise, if you happen to want to make apps for this thing, like the onboard MIDI maker that allows you to make music on board. Skadoop. Dead by Daylight has always had this weird, okay, that's cool, but how's it going to pull me in type of like arguments? Because
You just don't want to give it a chance.
I
You just don't want to love it like the rest of us.
I guess I don't, but
You're scared.
I'm
You're scared.
I'm shaking in my boots. This might actually get me in there because the last time I played, I was being harassed very brutally. But having 8 survivors running around and 2 killers floating about being a problem, that's a good way to pull me in because more chaos, more havoc. The few killers that I've seen and their abilities, I'm here for this. I'm here for this. I believe this is going to be on July. Oh, it's already. Oh, learn more on July 16th. Well, I don't want to learn more. I want to know more. From July 25th to August 8th. That is the dates. They're testing this whole thing out. They're hoping to get some people playing it. Well, I'll probably pop in. I own it. I'll hop in. We'll go from there.
Space.
This next, this next one, kind of cheeky, real cheeky, very cheeky. Well, Deadpool and Wolverine will be coming out in a week and a couple days, and there's been promotions. There's been some Burger King promotions. There's been Jack in the Box promotions. There has been.
I went to Jack in the Box for the promotions.
Yeah, and now Xbox has a promotion with their totally cheeky controllers and this pretty nice looking Xbox Series X that is coded up to have Deadpool's signature katanas and shirt, chest piece. But the controllers are where we are going to lead our eyes because the controllers themselves have a booty. Let me get the zoom in on that big booty on the back of this here controller. I kind of like the texture on it. It kind of looks golf ball-ish. But does your controller need an ass?
Dude, I cannot explain how badly I want this. Nor why I want it so bad.
Okay. Okay. How much are you willing to spend for it?
Well, sadly, you can't buy it.
That's correct. It is a giveaway. So follow our post with hashtag Xbox Cheeky Controller Sweepstakes through the Xbox actual at Xbox on Twitter. And
So, if they were to sell the controller separate, like without a console and whatnot, what's the average controller price? 60. I'd pay double on it. I'd go the 120.
you would go 120. I would want the 120 and also kind of have the extra haptics and features that like the Elite controller has,
Right.
because it's got the space to hold the haptics. Like,
Oh, it's got all the space, buddy.
yeah, I would expect it to fit. The only it also looks like this can come off, which why would you? But it
Yeah.
can if you do.
What's the point?
What's the point? But I'm happy to see all these
Dude, every
promotions.
time I'm stressed out in the game, I'm just gonna caress the back of that controller.
Are you gonna imagine it's Ryan Reynolds?
Why else get the controller?
That's fair. I'm happy to see that these collaborations are still happening. The game will end 8/11/2024. Remember, go over to @Xbox and follow and repost on that piece with hashtag Xbox Cheeky Controller Sweepstakes. Yep. So I'm familiar with the Famicom Detective Club, which is mass murderers or just creepy nuances. We don't get those here in the States, but Quincy threw this at me and I said, oh, we're finally getting a couple of these. Emio, the Smiling Man, a Famicom Detective Club. It's like a visual novel with twists and turns and a murder sequence. It's not bad, it's just unexpected. Do you know anything about the Famicom Detective Club?
I know a grand total of nothing.
Grand total of nothing. It's Phoenix Wright, but with a little bit more darker tones. That's kind of the best way of putting it. This comes out 8/29/2024, and once again, kind of under the radar until now. Any other gaming things you got, Q?
I think that's it.
Hang on, let me poke a catch this real quick.
Like, did we? Let's see. Flock just came to Game Pass. Magical Delicacy came to Game Pass. Neo White came to Game Pass. That's about it for the new Game Pass games.
Yeah, and then they did a coming soon with the 3 games that have been on there for a while, but that's gonna be
Yeah, you
next.
still got Flintlock sitting there.
I'm so excited for Flintlock,
Um,
but until it comes out, I got
Friends of Hinterberg.
Yep.
That's all the stuff that's already been there.
Yep. Man, I mean, I'm happy that it's gonna be next month, but like it's gonna just tide me over until I either get tired of Elden Ring or Dragon's Quest 3 comes out, and I'm just gonna play that. It's
Dude, Star Wars Outlaws.
When's that one? End of October?
I want to say so, yeah.
Okay, if it's end of October, I have less than a month to beat Dragon's Quest 3 then, because mine comes out on the 10th. We'll figure it out. But up, shoe news. So with the shoes, Quincy likes Spider-Man, and we've had Spider-Man like I would say a good 12 out of like the last 14 times.
Never have too much Spider-Man.
We can never have too much Spider-Man. These are dunk lows, and they look good. They look really damn good. I don't think they have anything aside from the webbing that signify it as Spider-Man, which is a bit of a bummer, but they do look good. They just have little spider webs all over the place. And schmutz on the swoosh. Yeah, a little bit of schmutz, but otherwise looks fine. $90, and they are called Black Spider-Man. Where are these ones down? Oh, these ones are just extras. Oh, nobody cares about those. And secondly,
real quick, I just thought of something that gaming actually. So you remember how last week we covered that with the 4K Fire Stick you can play Xbox games now?
through the cloud gaming, yes.
Right. So Prime Day is yesterday and today, and they have a bundle on there they're advertising as the No Console Gaming Bundle, and it's an Xbox controller, a Game Pass subscription, and a 4K stick.
How much?
I don't remember.
Oh.
But I thought it was interesting that that they rolled out that bundle.
Was it where was it on Amazon?
Yeah.
I'll take a quick look.
Take a gander, take a look see.
Let's see.
What
It
is this
was
background?
called this is the train station outside of I don't remember, but that was what it was called and I was like, "Ooh, I like trains. I like turtles." Fire TV stick bundle. I'm just trying to find the one with the controller on it. Because there we go. Okay, this isn't bad. So it's a free month for new members.
Okay, okay.
But it still saves you a lot on the controller itself. So for the Fire TV Stick 4K Max, the electric volt core, significant bright green that comes specifically with this bundle, and the free month of Game Pass for new subscribers, $81.90. That's not bad. You get a very exclusive Xbox controller as well.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting.
And then how much just for the 4K Max? 35 just for the Max alone. So yeah, might as well. Skadoo. And next on the shoes. You mess with the Wu-Tang?
Not like fuck with them.
Yeah, you don't fuck with
Ain't
the
nothing
Wu.
to fuck with.
Ain't fucking with. But these look good. The Wu-Tang Nike Dunk Highs, they in fashionable gold and black with the Wu-Tang symbol on the back. These just look great. They remind me of I was about to say, they remind me of the old ones that they used to have a long time ago. And lo and behold, yeah, these ones are the originals. I remember seeing these a long time ago, and I'm glad that they're going to re-release them naturally. Uh, However, not much else. Just saying, hey, they're going to come back. They have no prices. They say they're probably going to be released later on this year. If you're excited to hear more about them, keep your eye on sneakernews.com. They kept us up to date for a lot of the other shoes. Skadoop. Speaking of clothing lines, we have ourselves Spencer's. I haven't been in a Spencer's in years. This would
I
actually.
tend to pop in around Christmas time.
Why so Christmas? Deals?
Uh, Sweaters and normally sales on the coffee mugs.
That okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. But they have a small section for Deadpool, and I gotta say that time to make some chimichangas hat is kind of calling to me a little bit. Otherwise, they have seatbelt style belts, an interesting his shirt style backpack, a very interesting hockey jersey, and two long sleeve, kind of overly graphic long sleeve shirts. I think that one's a hoodie. Now that's the problem with Oh, okay, cool. I can get more images off those. I really like the jersey too. I can kind of dab with the jersey. The necklace, not so much. The plushie. Mm, mm. No, I got a little problem with the plushie. Maybe a little bigger. Hmm.
I just love how much merchandise this fucking movie's getting. Like it's fucking like Batman '89 levels almost. Give me the knockoff Captain Crunch, and we'll gone full circle.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Uh, all right, you're purchasing anything from this lineup? If you were to walk
I ain't
in,
purchasing shit. I'm dead fucking broke. However, I would consider some of this like Hot Topics has really nice sweaters right now.
Hot Topic. Oh yeah, Hot Topic always does very interesting sales. Like buy two get one free on their t-shirts, but they're always like $30 a piece anyways. They're weird. Oh, that's good. Oh boy, SDCC, the San Diego Comic Con, is right around the corner at the end of this month, but already we're getting some very interesting looks, such as the Godzilla vs. Cthulhu set. And I'm kind of here for it. I believe it's the Heisei era Godzilla that doesn't really work on madness. So having something that is making you mad is just going to make you angry. Not mad, angry. And I would love to read this. This would be probably a really good set to collect. Um, I don't even know who the hero of this is supposed to be, but the figure, the comics, all of it looks damn good. If you happen to be heading to San Diego Comic Con, it is the Come On booth, hashtag 2446. Howdy, Rooster. Uh, there's also, yeah, here we go. The Minus Color Netflix release also just happened, I believe, on the 1st of the next month. Yeah, August 1st of the next month, which I'm going to watch uh, -1 again with the Minus Color version. I feel like that's going to be a little bit better. Have you seen it in black and white yet or not?
Not, no.
No. Are you going to see it in black and white?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Did you see that they're tossing Ghostbusters onto Netflix, the new one?
The Frozen Empire?
Yeah.
Ooh, I may have to catch that then. Yeah, I'll probably catch that too. Scoot. Man, oh man, I am actually really excited to see two of my favorite actors playing evil again. Harrison Ford and I keep forgetting how to pronounce his name. Giancarlo? The gentleman from Better Call Saul.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Breaking Bad.
Bunch of
And,
shit.
yeah, and Far Cry 6.
Um, I always forget how to say it too, and I will eventually fucking figure this out. I swear to God. But I think it's Giancarlo Esposito.
Okay. But that gentleman and Harrison Ford playing two really good villains from what I'm looking at in Captain America Brave New World in theaters Valentine's Day of next year, which is an interesting date drop. Um,
I mean, I would do this.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But
Some shield shaped chocolates.
yeah, and popcorn buckets that are probably very weird shape. I wonder if they're
It's
gonna
just be
do.
Hulk's fucking fist.
If it is Rolk's fist, yeah, I'm down for that. And you can put it on. That'd be good. That would sell. But having the continuation of the Marvel universe continuing on and on and on, and having, as said, two really good looking villains. I
Is this the Esposito was there?
yeah. Hold on, let me pull up the thing where he was just at. I just saw him. There he. Oh,
I got excited when I saw him because I really like him.
there he is, and of course, always looking chiller than a villain. So I'm very excited to see this movie. I've pretty much mostly caught up on Marvel Entertainment. I have a couple things to kind of catch up on, including Echo and a few smaller things. Um, Speaking of which, I don't know if you heard, but Daredevil Born Again got nudged back a little bit more. We still have no date, but it got nudged back.
I don't know, man. Like I feel like all those things are fucking.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on over there with those things.
I don't either. But what I do know is it is in production. People are getting ready for it. So, yeah. But Captain America: Brave New World, February 14th, Valentine's Day of 2025. Roll Raggy. The Home Run Derby was, what was it, last weekend? You said
It's 2 years ago.
2 days ago. Oh wow. And who is using this very nice Scooby Doo?
I don't remember his name because he's not on my team.
That's fair. Gunnar Henderson.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
And I gotta say that bat actually looks really nice.
I'm loving that bat.
I don't know if you won, but I hope you at least scored a couple homers hitting with that amazing looking bat.
I don't remember who won, but I don't think it was.
You don't think it was Gunner? Nah. Let me see. I'm just gonna carefully go down and hoping to see. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't see none of that. All right. But interesting. Skadoop. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man India. I'm going to butcher the heck out of this name, so pardon me. I believe it is Pavitir Prabhakar.
Prabhakar?
Prabhakar.
I don't.
Prabhakar.
I don't know how to say it. It's basically Peter Parker.
Peter Parker.
I don't know how to say it, but we will stick with Spider-Man India.
Yes, Spider-Man India, and it is a very, very beautiful figure. Figure Arts always does amazing articulation, always has very interesting looking, just extra pieces that work so well. And having a character that does this type of web slinging, because from what I recall, they use this as their station point, and they just rope along it and can just fly that way. And I'm like, that's actually really cool. The more I learned about all of the Spider-Verse extra, looking at all the extra Spider-Verse ones, it's a lot. There's a lot. And Quincy, I don't think you ever made it known that there were that many Spider-Men, women, folk.
There's a lot. There's so many.
Yeah. And this is one of the cooler ones. I actually really like that. Also, to be able to have a figure put their hands behind their head, that's actually really rare. So I actually really like this one. This one's actually really nice. To have a triple jointed, interesting figure like this. Usually figure arts are kind of a little bit more higher price because of the extra pieces and bobs that you get with it. I would say this is probably 110, maybe 100 at the best for this really nice looking figure.
That's a pretty boy.
Mm-hmm.
If I actually had the space and ability to do figures, I could see getting it.
Yeah, this one's not bad. I'm not too up and up with Spider-Man as of right now, but this could definitely have a spot. I would definitely do probably a pose like that.
Probably do like the Spider Society, the main, or the Web Slingers, like the main group. Go through and do Noir, Gwen / Ghost, Spider Ham, regular Spidey, Miles, and then like probably toss in like the expanded thing with the Ether and 2099 and stuff like that.
Superior.
Listen, man, we don't have to talk about it every time, all right? Eventually, Dan Slott's gonna come from me and be like, "Listen, dude, did I like offend you somehow?"
Yes, by releasing Superior. But
a lot of people think it's a really good run. I just wasn't a fan.
I also wasn't a fan from what I had read, and also, what was the other one that you didn't like? One More Day.
No, I'm fine with One More Day.
You were fine with One More Day. I was with One More Day.
I don't like the whole we have to get rid of the Mary Jane Spidey love thing because Quesada's a whiny bitch and doesn't like them. And I will go down saying that he's being a whiny bitch about that. So I've never liked whenever they're like, we're gonna erase this because Quesada's angry. Like, that shit's bullshit.
That's fair. That is fair. But when I was reading, I was just like, how ominous. But I get it, but it's ominous. Skadoop. Boy, oh boy, does this thing look very phallic. A alien Romulus popcorn bucket.
That's... Okay. That's
I wrote it down over there.
The bumper for the show.
Oh, yeah. Boy, does that look very phallus?
Phallic.
Phallic?
But yes.
Okay.
Listen, man. You buy this one, you buy the design by Deadpool one, you put them together.
I mean... But Socks had the same exact impression that I had. In chat, she says, "Fuck washing that thing," and I'm like, "Yeah, popcorn would get all up in the cranial bits."
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, it is. It's gonna be a slip and slide. Uh, I mean, yeah, nah. It does look really nice though.
No, that's a sick popcorn box. I like that.
Uh,
And Robinson's box is great. I'm digging the Deadpool ones.
Both of them, yeah. Between the
The
strange,
cowl's cool.
the
The
cowl.
regular buckets are cool. I want the one that's basically a Wolverine fleshlight though. Hey, call a spade, man.
No, cease. This is the evolution of those Bugs Bunny head cups, the ones everybody had. Bugs Bunny,
I actually still have one of those, so I get what you're talking about.
the head cup.
Yeah, so they had cups that were shaped like the characters' heads.
Oh.
They were like plastic. They were kind of like supposed to be like a plastic mug shaped like the character's heads.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, okay. I see it. I see it. Please don't. No. Okay, I'm just gonna go on to the next bit. Back. Terminator Zero. We talked about this a little bit ago with Netflix's Summer of Something. This was back in end of April, I believe it was, and they were releasing a whole bunch of trailers. They released this one, the Devil May Cry one, and a few others. This one actually seems to continue on going. And damn, Project IG does fantastic work with visual effects, things that are like peeling off of their faces or otherwise. This trailer is a little bit messy, but if you want to go take a look at it, go and check it out. It's on Netflix's YouTube. I believe this is August 29th is the date that we are going to be getting into this. And I'm worried to go to a random scene, but there are some really let's mute that. Where is the robot? There's the robot. It's before that scene. Like, look at how good that looks. God dang, Project IG knows how to do faces. They don't know how to do scenery, but they do people very well. Oh. All right, Rooster, have a good night.
I'm sorry, just after the phallic talking, the pocket mouth. You talking about these guys doing faces really well. It's just like my brain's officially in the gutter. I'm sorry. I'm ruined for the night.
Well, let's pick it up out of the gutter with some good music. Over at the IGN store, something I've been slowly leaning myself toward because they are doing vinyl records out the yin yang that interest me very highly, such as Hitman Contracts, the original soundtrack, 2 LP vinyl, only $38. This is on pre-order for the next 13 days and some hours from the time of our recording. They come in classified dossier style things. They are well packaged, and I'm here for all of the aesthetic that it comes with. And then the other one, Hitman Blood Money. Same price, $38 on pre-order. Comes in the same exact classified rip and pull sleeves, I guess you can call it. And I thought it would have Ave Maria, but Quincy quickly eased my mind on that one. It was like, I think it's their original stuff, not stuff that was pulled. And that's...
It's the score, not the soundtrack.
Right. A bit of a bummer, but, I mean, it's not bad. I listened to Funeral, the one that I thought was Ave Maria, but no, it's solid. It was done by Jesper Kid, who I believe also did freaking Darktide, which I love the soundtrack from. He's built many a good soundtracks. So, if you haven't heard any of his stuff, go and take a listen. Like, some of that stuff's really good at matching the themes that are always there. Skadoop. And last but not least on our little train of well, we're going to Mordor, in short. So, I hope you packed your second breakfasts and your luncheons. 11sies. And your brunch, your dinners, your second dinners. But the Lord of the Rings and Drop have combined together to make keyboards, desk mats, keycaps, and I gotta say, there's a lot of hard work that went into all this. I really, really love this mat. If it had an area that I could put a wireless charger on it, I would be loving this thing. This thing looks fantastic. The only other downside is, let me close out of this. $30. One would have thought it would need to be a little bit more pricey for a high density waterproof, water resistant mat. Usually on Drop things are like hundreds of dollars, but this is luckily on
That's
the
a
better
pretty good
side.
price, $29.
However, what isn't is the keyboard. Can I get into the keyboard, please? No, I have to go down to the other thing. God bless it. Hang on. We're going to the keyboard. There we go. So, one of the smaller keyboards, the keycap set, just the keycaps themselves, $79.
I don't like that it doesn't have number pad.
Okay, so you don't like the minis? Okay, hang on. I think there's a full
The
size.
big man SpongeBob.
I
Big man.
I don't use the numpad unless I'm playing Gary's mod. What about like an 85%? Not a full without the numpad. That's it. You don't need the numpad. Just
I need the number pad, man. Like if I'm, because you got to remember, I don't do a lot of gaming on computers, so like I do a lot of like work stuff on computers.
who does work
So
on a computer?
that number pad comes in clutch when I'm fucking punching and shit.
That's fair. But good news, you can always get an external one of those. You don't need to dolly down your entire amazing. Look at this dwarvish keyboard. So I love this dwarvish keyboard. 140.
Is Dwarvish not Elvish? Interesting.
Yeah, this is dwarvish. They have Elvish. They have the Elvish version too. Let me go grab it real quick. Elvish. $89 just for the MT3, which has the ultimate small. There's no function keys at all. This one here is meant for the typist, the ones who just type and nothing more. I really love the finish on this. It looks so crispy and so clean.
Wispy.
Now, the main thing behind all of this, the keycaps, the very special ones. The Eye of Mordor Artisan keycap. $50 just for this button, and it only has one spot that it can fit, and that's the escape key, because there is no escape. And then you can get it in Sauron the Dark Lord or the Morgul Foul Beast Half Dragon. Which, I kind of like the Morgul, but I would probably do the Eye of Barad.
I feel like if you're going to do one of these, you got to do the eye, right?
You gotta do the Eye. Now, let's say you want to put this away for a little bit and have it on a good pedestal, on a nice pedestal. This thing is out of stock, by the way. And this pedestal holds that keycap. And it can attach to your computer, so you touch the very top of it. It is your escape key. I believe that's
so extra.
I believe that's how it works. Let me.
That is so extra. I love it.
Does it have action? I'm unsure. No, it is just a keycap light. But it would be cool if it did the.
Same. It'd
yeah.
be cool if it did the other thing. Yeah, you're onto something there. You should work for them.
Yeah, because I mean, it has the switch, and I'm like, why does it have the?
Drop us a line.
Yeah, I know, right? Talk to me, Drop. I can talk about you guys all day because look, they're holding a deal right now, Prime Time, because of the Prime sale that's going on. You can get yourself some EPOS PC 38Xs for $129. That's not bad. Good headphones. Go get them. Not sponsored. What else is there? There's a lot of really cool audiophile stuff on Drop. Good headsets. Most of them aren't really on sale, but when you start getting into the $400 range, you know what you're paying for, especially if you're going through Drop. Like $85 for the DAC amp, and then you buy, God, I hate to say it, but the Campfire Audio Dorado 2020s, the in-ear monitors that are 45% off, still making them $600, but you combine But you combine both of those, you are having an audio experience unlike any other. So
Better rub my back or something too while I'm at it.
I mean, the music may. But go and check out Drop if you happen to have some extra money and want to begin to delve into the audiophile or technological file, because there is a lot of cool keyboards, mice, accessories, speakers, desk mats if you happen to want to keep your area nice and toasty and clean. There are little mini fans that they sell. You can build your own keyboard because they sell both the keyboard, the keycaps, the switches in case you want to change up your switches. They make sure what kind of keyboard you're going for. If you want to go full, I would recommend Ducky, which Quincy, if you're having to want to do with your numpad, Ducky would be a good one to go to. The only downside with that one is they're a little pricey also. Let me. Oh, didn't mean to click that.
I'm just gonna wire up a typewriter and use that.
Let me just quickly take a look at how much those are real quick, so I'm not rambling. So for the Origin Vintage, which I believe is their original, which has all the extra buttons.
Cool. Yeah.
It is old school. You can change out the keycaps. It is very as is. Where is purchase? Download? No, I want to. Where to buy? Hey, we figured it out. Back. So with the Ducky channel,
Jeez, they make you really fucking go through it to fucking buy their shit.
I know, right? And it's not even what I wanted. Bare bones. Oh, okay. Well, they do. So in short, the shells without the keycaps, without the keys themselves, $75. Oh no, with the numpad, $94 with the numpad. That's the shell. That is the bare bones. That is without switches. That is without keycaps. Then you go into the keycap area and begin to pull them apart. So let's see, full size. If you want them already done, you're $134 for all of their stuff. Interchangeable, hot swappable. They are very modular. They are easy to clean. You pull off 2 keys and everything kind of just slides off the bottom. And then you can just clean and then put it right back together. It is easy, but sadly pricey. They have mice? Let me take a look real quick. No. Not very good looking mice, but mice. But that is all I have for today. Anything else you got, Q? Nope. All right, let's wrap this up then. Big stretch. Thank you guys for joining us. Remember to check the links down in the description for our good old Twitters. I've been doing a lot of wrestling posting because there's been some good wrestling. Remember to check down for Zenny, some good inexpensive glasses. They have a spend $50, get free shipping. And if they're still holding their renew, reuse, recyclable glasses, you'll be getting a whole lot of glasses for very inexpensive. Remember to check out the Humble Bundle to help out both charity and yourself get some really good content, whether it's comic books or video games. Check out Temu if you happen to want some inexpensive gear. Just bought a couple things for Gunpla building. They work fine. I don't know how to really promote Temu any better because it's just inexpensive tools. That's about it. At the end of days, at the end of weeks, at the end of months, at the end of years, remember to love one another. It is definitely free to do. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.